Well, good evening, everyone. We're glad you're here this evening. And my wife has been cooking. And whenever I come home and she's been cooking, I'm happy. And I'm happy when she hasn't been cooking too, but it's particularly nice when she has been. And she has two recipes for tonight. And what are they?
So this is quinoa tabbouleh, and this is an avocado dip. And we were visiting Jim's brother Ted in Maryland, and always I'm looking for cookbooks, and I saw a cookbook in my sister-in-law's kitchen. It was Middle Eastern cooking, and I looked at the recipes and I thought, this is a dynamite cookbook. So I came home and I made these two dishes for Tim. And
with
I thought,
a little modification.
With a few modifications. And I said, well, for our next thing, we should do something with tofu, because you're talking about eggs. And Tim said, no, it needs to be this. So I listened to husband. Anyway, it was really fun to try it out. And I'm always watching for excellent dishes that use vegetables. So I'm looking forward to introducing you to some more Middle Eastern food.
So what do they usually use in tabbouleh instead of quinoa?
Usually you'd use bulgur wheat.
So what's better about quinoa?
Well, it's, for one thing, if anyone's gluten intolerant, it's fine for them.
The other thing is quinoa has a complete protein, whereas wheat doesn't. It doesn't matter, we can get a complete protein anytime we mix grains and legumes, but there are a few things that do have a complete protein in the vegetable kingdom, and I can talk louder if you'd like. Does that help? Okay, we'll talk a bit louder. Quinoa is one of the things that has all of the essential amino acids in it, and so it's kind of fun to use. And it gives you an alternative to bulgur wheat for a Middle Eastern dish.
So tonight I wanted to show you how you can put together this quinoa tabbouleh. I chopped my vegetables by hand. I think I could have used my food processor for some of it, but because I'm new to this recipe, I wanted to try chopping it by hand. Making this much was more time, but I think making it for a family, it wouldn't take too much time to chop it.
Talk loud.
I'm going to try and talk loud, and if you want me to talk louder, you can just kind of give me a boost.
Raise your hand and signal.
So, in making this tabbouleh salad, the very first thing to do is to cook your quinoa. And this is really easy to make. It's just 1 to 2, 1 part to 2 parts water. 1 part quinoa, 2 parts water. And let it cook for around 15 minutes. Take it off and let it cool, and you've got it. It's delicious. The fun thing with quinoa is you can mix it together with other vegetables. It tastes really good. So we'll add in our quinoa. And with recipes, never feel hostage by the amounts on the recipe. You can always add more or less. I really like cucumbers, so I put more cucumbers in. There's no rights or wrong with amounts, I don't think.
Now, cucumbers are particularly good for you because they contain lots of citrulline, and citrulline is one of the precursors for nitric oxide. And so as you increase your citrulline intake, you'll increase nitric oxide production. And nitric oxide is essential for arterial dilation, so it will lower blood pressure nicely. And if you have a tendency toward angina, or angina if you prefer, increasing your citrulline and arginine intake will enable the body to make nitric oxide and reduce the risk of vasospasm in the arteries to the heart and reduce incidence of angina. So cucumbers are great food for that.
So in the recipe it called for a green pepper, but I used a red pepper because from listening and all, to the research that Tim brings home, it seems like the more color a vegetable has in it, the more nutrition it has. And
Peppers are very rich in vitamin C. They have a red pepper will have more vitamin C than the average orange. So they're an excellent food. And the other reason I like the red peppers in something like this is it's colorful, and I like the taste better than green peppers. They're a little sweeter.
yeah. So when we were making these salads tonight, and we didn't get quite enough parsley saved, but you can just imagine that this is the right amount of parsley. So
And that's parsley fine chopped.
So we will mix this all together, so it'll be fine. And so then you chop your green onions. The thing with tabbouleh is it's nice if you can get everything chopped as finely as possible.
You can just imagine us chopping. I think you all know how to do it.
And the first time I used this, I used the grape tomatoes, and they worked beautifully. But when I went to the grocery store, the grape tomatoes they had looked sad. So, but that's okay. I just got some larger ones and cut them in quarters. And then it has chopped cashews, and it seems kind of odd to be putting cashews in a salad, but
These are raw cashews.
raw cashews.
And raw cashews can be rather expensive, but they're cheaper at some places. Trader Joe's, they're quite a bit cheaper, and you can buy them in bulk for about half the price you can other places, like at Azure Standard. And if you buy them in bulk, you can keep them vacuum packed in mason jars very nicely, and they'll keep all year. And we've talked about cheap vacuum packers like Pump and Seal that are by hand and work just as fast as the electric ones. Lots of things you can do.
So this is mint, and with mint you can add more or less depending on your enjoyment of it, but it's really fun.
And what do you use for dressing?
So in the recipe, it of course called for olive oil, but what I did was I just used lemon juice and a little bit of salt.
And did you brought some salt.
I did.
This is pink Himalayan salt. I'm not partial to pink, but it tastes the same as white. Yes, you had a question.
Yeah, in previous classes, we've learned that you should rinse cashews. Is
Yes.
Correct.
To put
Yes.
unrinsed cashews in this recipe?
No, these had been rinsed before.
Yeah, they're rinsed.
Yeah.
And they are organic also. I'm
Yes,
sorry?
they are unsalted. Those are raw, unsalted, rinsed cashews. Organic, yes. You got that right too. The reason to rinse cashews, not everyone has to, but if you're allergic to poison ivy, there's a substance in cashews that's similar to poison ivy. That's why the people that pick cashews are all dressed up, covered, and have to be very careful because of that allergy. And myself, I can pull poison ivy and I don't get it, so I don't worry about washing them, but we wash them in case you're allergic to poison ivy. And it's pretty rare, but I don't want you to go home with a rash. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you not want to roast the cashews?
Great question. What about roasting the cashews? We've talked here before about glycation, and anytime you take a food and heat it to a high temperature, you glycate it. If you look at nuts, just raw nuts, they average about 1,000 kilounits of aged products, advanced glycated end products per 100 grams. If you roast them, that goes up to about 7,000 to 8,000. And so it's not that you can't have roasted nuts. Of course you can. They're just a little better for you when they're raw. And I think you'll find them tasty. If you don't, just set it aside. Don't ask for seconds. We'll take it home. I really like it.
I think we do try and leave them raw, but there are times, that, for instance, these are some pine nuts that we're going to put on top of the avocado, and these were lightly toasted because it seems to really make the flavor sing.
Yeah, so you
yeah.
know, a little of both. It's
Yeah.
okay. Don't be too stiff. Yeah.
Any other questions? So what I do to make a dressing is I just put a little lemon juice and then add a little, I like to add the, just a little salt.
And you can measure it.
Or not.
Or not. Do it to taste, you know. Don't be held hostage by your recipe.
We have vigorous discussions at our house about measuring. Anyway, so you just put it in, and then you can taste it, of course, and adjust it as you like.
And where did the cap go?
Right here.
Oh, it's hiding.
We'll just add this one to this one.
And I'll stir it up.
I'm going to stir it up. So then I wanted to talk
And
to
see
you.
how pretty that is? Yeah. Nice and bright colors, and I like it.
So I wanted to just kind of walk with you through the avocado tahini dip. Now, I'm sure that,
Just the quinoa recipe, and the recipe has cumin in it. Did you put cumin in the big batch, or?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot it. Thank you for reminding me.
She forgot to bring it, but it does have cumin in
The big batch.
The big batch.
Yes, thank you. I apologize for that.
And I like it that she didn't put it in the smaller batch because she really likes cumin and I tolerate it.
That's the nice thing about recipes is you can make it reflect, what's right for you. So this avocado tahini dip is very fast to make, 5 minutes. And it's nice to have something in your recipe collection that's quick and tastes good. The only thing you need that's a kind of a requirement for this is ripe avocados.
And a food processor.
And a food processor, but yeah. So all you do is take out your food processor and put your avocado insides in.
Take the pit out and take the peel off. That's a good
That would be
idea.
important. And so what I like to do with the peas, you can cook them. I like to just leave them out on a plate and kind of let them thaw by themselves.
So you take frozen peas and just let them dehydrate. Let them warm and thaw.
Yes.
And the nice thing about this is usually with an avocado spread, you have avocados which are really expensive. This, you extend those avocados, you still get a great flavor, and you're putting in some extra nutrition with the peas, which are quite rich in protein and other nutrients.
So you put your avocados, your frozen peas, some tahini.
Now, let me just stop and talk to you about tahini for a moment. Most of the tahini that you buy has ground sesames and oil, but you can get it without oil. And it's more nutritious because you're getting the whole seed, you're not getting refined product added to it, so it's a little less calorically dense and higher in flavor. And wouldn't anybody like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You have to order that online?
No.
You just have to read the label.
I got it at
this
Shaw's.
This is one that doesn't have oil added. There's several that
Yeah.
Lynn picked up.
Yeah. I was really delighted to find them. So then garlic, honey. This Middle Eastern cookbook, it didn't have any measurements for salt. And I thought, how much salt am I supposed to put in? So you just kind of have to experiment.
You had a question.
About the tahini, can you get that locally?
Yes, it came from Shaw's.
This came from Shaw's. You can look at it as you come by to get the brand. There's several brands that Lynn got, and Which one did you like best?
This one.
Okay, so she liked this brand the best of what she tried.
Is it in the spice aisle? Is that where you would find it?
Can you see where it is? Can you see it?
I don't remember.
You saw it near peanut butter?
It could have
Okay.
been. Yeah.
I don't know where things are in Shaw's, but
Sometimes, you know, the international foods, it'll be in the international foods aisle. So I apologize. I was trying to roar through the grocery store and find everything I needed. And I didn't do a location check. I remember that for next time. So what we'll do is you can come up and
I'll talk to them about these.
oh yeah.
Now, usually we make everything that we show, but this is just pita bread. And interestingly, we talk a lot about carb-fiber ratio. If you look at that, it has a great carb-fiber ratio. It does have a very small amount of oil in it, but it's really quite a healthy product. And it's Joseph's Mini Pita Bread. But you can look at the ingredients on the back if you're interested.
Where did you find that?
Shaw's.
Shaw's, yeah.
Yeah.
So we will take a few things off, and then you can come up and try it if you wish. And would you like me to hold this up? There you go. We're not advertising these brands, but you can look at the ingredients and find something like them or whatever you wish. All right. And I'll put them there for anyone that wants to look at the ingredients. So I think we've got it now. So I'll dish this.
And I'll put this on.
Come right up. Last one, as Cheryl says, does the dishes. Put one on there and sprinkle some nuts on, and she can come and do that.
Thank you. Thank